Right, we're recording. Okay, so now this is when you've got to actually plot your equation on a Cartesian plane. So first of all, a few rules about a Cartesian plane. When you draw it up, so if you have any grid paper, you need to get it out now, and you need to stick it in your book after you've cut it out. You need to have an arrow on each end here, okay? Your y-axis, your x-axis, you need to label. Can you see this one's been labeled with even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, -2, -4, -6, -8. You know how to do those. Plot your number very, very carefully, and then I'll show you the next way that we've got to do it. All right, so you start off, and the question will be, let's start off with this question that says, solve, I should have already written this down. Solve x, -x, take 1, equal to 2x, take 4. And it says you need to solve that graphically, and you need to give them the point of intersection. That's what the actual answer is. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. First of all, both sides are equal to y. Okay, because they're equal to each other, they're both equal to y. So what you do first of all is you go y is equal to, and you take your first your first equation, which is, your first one is -x, take 1. Your second y equals is 2x, take 4. Now I need you to do this every single time you draw one of these. You go y equals your first equation, y equals your second equation. Then over here, I want you to do x and y, and you'll see what I mean now. Okay, now please do these neatly. Okay, and then we're going to do 3. So you're going to give yourself a table. Okay, let's rule in half there, and in half there. Okay, so what you're going to do, we don't know what x is. So we say if x is 1, if x is 2, if x is 3, and we go 1, 2, 3. So each time, remember, you've got your question, you go y equals, you write it up, and then you do 2 of these grids with 1, 2, and 3 in them, okay, as your x's. Then you look at your first equation and you say, okay, so while y is equal to -x, take 1. So in this case, we're saying that x is 1. So -1, take 1, will give you -2. So we go -2. Then we say -x, which is 2. So -2, take 1 would give us -3. And -3, take 1 would give us -4. Okay, so there you go. You have got what you have to plot on here. So you've got x will be 1, y will be -2. X will be 2, y will be -3, x will be 3, y will be -4. Okay, let's look at this one. So this is 2x, take 4. So 1, so 2 times 1 is 2. Take 4 gives you -2. 2 times 2 is 4. Take 4 gives you 0. 3 times 2 is 6. Take 4 gives you 2. Okay, now what you can also do when you look here is you know that your Cartesian plane has to be as big as 3, and it has to be as low as -4 and -2. I always go up a little bit because sometimes the crosses actually occur high up. So maybe like bring it up to 10, like this one. This one takes you up to 10. All right, so let's plot. So our first one, we've got x is 1, so there's 1. Y is -2, so we plot that there, and we put a dot on it, okay? Then we've got 2x, and then is -3, so we go down and we plot that there. And then we've got 3, and we go down for y is -4. Because remember, your x goes this way, your y goes that way. Okay, so now we've created a line. So what you're going to do is now be very careful here that your line goes straight. Make sure that it's going through the middle of all the other ones. Let's just do that. Okay, we're not finished with that line yet, but let's do the other one. So here we've got x is 1 and y is -2, so we've got to well, you've got to join on that one. X is 2 and Y is 0, so that will go there. X is 3 and Y is 2, so that'll go there. Okay, so now we join up those lines. Right, now, told you that we were going to come back to them. Rules on these ones. They also have to have arrows on like that. Don't have to colour them in. They just can be straight arrows. Got to have those arrows on. Right? You've got to label the line. So this line was the one we did first. So we go y equals negative x take 1. We label this one. Y equals 2x take 4. Then we have to say the points of intersection. Can you see that's where they cross over? That's intersection. So it is 2, because we do our x first, 2 and comma negative 2. That is our answer. So remember, when you're doing this in a test, I'm going to be marking you for all these elements as well as the answer. All right, give it a go.